you're going to be trying to build size, you're going to do about 300 calories plus this. All right, and so therefore you're going to be able to start manipulating your calories and your nutrients to meet your goals by calculating how many calories you naturally burn or you burn every day. And those calories, now we have a giant number. We got to figure out what types of nutrients make up these calories. Because as we all know, you got your protein, you got your carbs, you got your fats. How much of what do you need to equivalent the calories that you want to get on the daily? And so Jared's going to basically give you a rundown on all of your nutrients and how to basically put those all those together to meet your calories on the daily. Okay.
One thing too with that calorie count there you have at the end, you can, as he says, like there's a deficit surplus you want to hit, whether you're trying to build or cut, you can eat not enough. You can have too low calories. Like you said, 200 to 300 below that number is what you want to hit for fat loss. If you're getting less than that, you know, you're hitting 400 or 500 calories less than you burn a day, you're hurting your body. Basically, your body goes into fat storing mode because it doesn't even have enough calories to function throughout the day, so you're actually going to see more fat storage than you are going to see fat loss. So just making sure you're not getting too low on that calorie deficit is huge, because we have a ton of clients that come in and they burn 3,000 calories a day almost. They're eating like 1,200. Way too low. It's not good for your body. So that's a huge thing too that we got to keep concerned with. And then with those calories, so there's macronutrients that's going to make up those calories. Now we've all heard of macronutrients. We've heard good things. We've heard bad things. You have your protein, you have your carbs, you have your fats. They're all good. We need all three of them. None of them are bad. The big thing is you hear a lot of things, carbs, fats, they're bad for you, cause fat storage. The issue is the excess intake of any macronutrient is going to cause fat storage. That's the truth. So you can eat too much of anything. You can eat too much protein. It's going to cause fat storage. So the big thing is getting the proper amounts for your body that you need throughout the day. So kind of in your Fitness Pal, I don't know if you guys have stuff downloaded yet on the Fitness Pal. Once you get set up, we'll kind of show them how to look for it. So if you have it set up, you can go to more. So if you have your Fitness Pal open, you can go to, there's an option at the bottom that says more. You can go to your goals. There's a tab for goals, and basically within that tab, you can see the calories, macronutrients goals. There's a nutrition goal where you can change your goals. Where you can manipulate your percentages on your macronutrients for your protein, your carbs, your fats. Yeah, I'll talk about what percentages you should have and stuff like that. But once you get there, basically, once you figure out your calories, you can input the amount of calories you need to hit. You just kind of figure out. You can put in how many calories basically you want to hit throughout the day. So if you're hitting a deficit, if you want to be 200-300 calories less than your main number, or if you want to build, you want to be 200-300 higher. And then with that, you'll see there's percentages that you can manipulate. So you can write this on your sheet too. So basically, if you're trying to cut, if you want to cut weight, the percentages you need for your protein, your carbs, and your fats, and you'll see at the top, you have it on your second sheet, your nutrients. There's like percentages you can write down there. So if you're trying to cut, you want to have your protein at 30%. You want to have your carbs at 40%. And you want to have your fats at 30%. Now, if you're trying to build, you want to have your protein at 25%, you want to have your carbs at 45%, and your fats at 30%, basically.
What was that last one?
For building?
Yeah.
So for building, you want it to have a 25% protein, 45% carb.
Why is I always thought that when you're building, you get your protein. Why is it higher? So
with protein, carbs are going to be your main source of energy, basically. They're going to provide your muscle cells with the energy they need to grow. So carbs are, because protein gets a big, everyone hears about protein. So protein's awesome, we hear good things. Protein is important. I mean, it's the main nutrients to repair muscle tissue, to even grow muscle tissue a little bit. It's one of the big things for all the biochemical reactions in the body. But when it comes to building muscle, carbs are what's truly going to basically get those calories in there and help that muscle grow. So protein is going to be the main one to repair it, but carbs are what's going to help it honestly grow in a sense. But again, with protein, so again, it's going to help repair tissue. It's going to help grow tissue a little bit as well. It helps with a lot of basically your chemical reactions in your body, a lot of functions. Protein's honestly one a lot of people don't eat enough of. I mean, it's one thing where you, maintenance-wise, really to just survive, you need about 0.6 to 0.7 grams of protein per body mass. Which, I mean, most people are going to be over 100 grams of protein, which is crazy for them. You know, I see people who eat 6 grams of protein, they think that's enough. It's not. So protein it breaks down to amino acids. And those amino acids keep your body anabolic. And anabolic is basically where your body is building muscle and burning fat, which we want to do throughout the day. So when you don't have enough protein, your body goes catabolic, and catabolic is where you basically store fat and eat away at muscle, which we don't want to happen. So protein is something that we got to have spread throughout the day. Again, on your list, there's a lot of healthy options to pick from. You know, the healthier the better, most definitely. But those are kind of healthy stuff. Now carbs. So carbs are one we hear all bad stuff about. You know, you don't want carbs. Carbs can cause fat storage. Carbs are one of the nutrients we need the most of. We need it more than any other one. As you can see, those percentages are higher than any other ones. Carbs are your body's main source of energy. It's what our body's going to use for energy. It's kind of what we need. So getting into the carbs is huge. And then when you break that down, there's two different types of carbs. There's simple carbs and there's complex carbs. Complex carbs are the ones you're used to that are more savory tasting, like potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice. Those are basically complex carbs that break down slower. So with that, you're going to get a more steady sugar or insulin spike throughout the day. Really good for daily energy. Now, when it comes to, around workouts, that's where simple carbs come into play. So simple carbs are kind of what you guys are used to, like your cereals, your table sugars, and there's like some healthy options for simple carbs on there, like rice cakes, even white rice, white breads. Those are a little bit more like simple carbs. With those, they're much quicker digesting. And when they digest much quicker, you get a lot more sugars at once, which we don't want throughout the day because a lot more sugars means fat storage. But around our workouts, we need those sugars. We need those carbs because that's, again, your energy source. So basically having simple sugars or simple carbs before your workout and after is when you want to have those. And then throughout the day, you want complex because they break down slower, but better for steady energy rather than all at once. Does that kind of make sense? Okay, so carbs are good. And now next one's fats. So fats one, again, we hear nothing but bad stuff about. Fats, again, the percentage on there, is just as high, if not higher than protein sometimes. So fats are something that your body needs, especially there's a couple different types of fats. There's saturated fats that you'll get through a lot of your foods, like milk and berries, which break down a little bit slower. And then you have monosaturated fats, which are like ones you get through like a lot of your vegetables, your almond oil, coconut oil, those kind of things, which break down a little bit quicker. They're both good. We need both of them for, fats helps, a lot of vitamins be absorbed, A, D, E, all those vitamins absorbed in your body, which we need. Also, it's huge for a lot of your cells to function. And then you have polysaturated fats, which you guys probably haven't heard much about. Polysaturated fats. Those are fats that your body can't make, but we need. Like I'm sure you guys heard of like omega-3, like fish oils. Those are something we can't make, but we need. We need it for our heart, we need it for our brain, we need it for our joints, cholesterol, all those things that help. So those are fatty acids we have to get in otherwise, through supplements, that kind of thing. So all three are super huge. You need all three. Again, you can track them on the apps. You need to hit those percentages when you're trying to build or cut, just because that's how our body functions. If we don't have enough nutrients throughout the day, we're going to end up wasting our bodies away. You're going to have horrible workouts if you don't have enough nutrients to work on. So they all have their place. And that app's just a really good place to track them and make sure we're kind of hitting those numbers. And I think with that, kind of talk about basically some good post-workout and pre-workout meals to have. Because a lot of times, especially if you guys work out, they're very intense. Sometimes you guys are really heavy, high rep. You're really kicking it in here. You need those foods before and after to basically fuel your workouts. So with that, we can kind of talk about some good meals to have before and post.
All right. So first off, when we're about to go work out, a lot of people tend to work out on an emptier stomach, which isn't the best thing for you, simply because when we work out, we break down muscle tissue. When we break down muscle tissue, we release cortisol in our bodies. That's literally just an anti-stress hormone our body releases to protect itself. But it's the big issue if we're trying to build muscle, because it literally breaks down muscle tissue throughout workout and upwards to like 4 to 5 hours even after a workout. And so to really kind of blunt the rise of cortisol, we need to get in a proper combination of nutrients before our workout. And the reason why we need to do that is just because when we work out, we break down a ton of muscle tissue, but the nutrients such as protein and carbs will help be there to burn off throughout your entire workout. So with that, you're going to burn, to break down a lot less muscle tissue, therefore releasing a lot less cortisol, but also fueling the body with more healthy nutrients rather than just without. And so, for instance, you see people who do like a protein shake or like a carbohydrate, eat a banana with a protein shake or something. The reason why they're doing that is because they're fueling themselves for their workout, and so with that, they're breaking down a lot less muscle tissue, and with that, they're going to be able to build much greater after the workout with their recovery, just simply because when you're doing that, for instance, like what I do, I drink literally a carbohydrate, the ignition source, with my actual Formula 1 protein. And so with that, I'm going to break down a lot less muscle throughout my workout, and so my recovery is going to be a lot faster simply because I'm not putting myself back. So for instance, I like to look at it this way. When you work out, for instance, this is kind of like your start of your workout. When you work out, you're breaking down muscle tissue, and so with that, you're causing inflammation, setting yourself backwards, in a sense. And so with that, that's why we want to grow, we break down muscle tissue, and that's why we also recover with nutrients as well to create muscle growth. But if you get yourself good nutrients before your workout, this here, you're going to set yourself back far less, and then with that, your recovery is going to be far greater because you have a lot less to make up for in that sense. And then a post-workout meal is just as important, guys. And Jared will kind of tell you about that.
Yeah, so again, there's like the pre-workout, post-workout. The quicker digesting the nutrients is, the better. So that's why, like you said, bananas. Like bananas are considered a simple carbohydrate because they break down very quick. They cause an insulin spike then. Basically, you need the sugars in there while you're working out, which again will fuel your muscles, we'll use it for energy. And then like the protein shakes are a good option for a pre-workout because most protein shakes you get are a very simple form of protein. Easier body for breakdown, it's going to flood the muscles, keep you fueled. Because if you eat like a full baked potato and a steak, 30 minutes before your workout, one, you're going to feel weighed down and probably throw up from these workouts, but also you're not going to get the nutrients in there quick enough. So that's why you want quick digesting stuff. Now when it comes to post-workout, pretty much the same concept. So that's like, you can show you the Formula 1 edition, and I'm sure you guys have heard of these. So these are very quick digesting protein and carbs. With the protein, it's an isolate. The reason you want to isolate protein after a workout is they take out the lactose and the fats. So I'm sure you guys heard like muscle milk, that kind of thing. Not bad proteins. The issue with those is they break down slow. So with this, they take out all those ingredients so it can flood the muscle very quickly. It's going to get those muscles, help them repair. Because like he said, when you work out, you're literally hurting yourself. That's what you're doing. You're tearing the muscle down. You're basically causing trauma to the muscle. The point is to get the nutrients in there to help you repair so you can grow, so you can be stronger, burn that fat, go better. So that's why we want quick acting stuff. So that's where the isolate comes into play. Now with the ignition, this is a very quick digesting glucose. And basically with that, it's quicker than any food. It's quicker than any banana, any kind of simple sugar. Basically because they take out the water molecule. Whenever you take out a water molecule out of carbohydrate, it gets to bypass the liver. And the liver is wherever things are broken down, they're sent to fat, sent to their places. With this, it goes purely to muscle cells. So basically with that, it's going to spike insulin. Insulin is the most anabolic hormone we have, which allows cells to expand and take in more protein. So basically you can recover faster, burn more fat, build more muscle. So no matter what you're trying to do, no matter what your goals are, you need this. This is going to help you. And again, these carbs are super crucial. A lot of people freak out when they have, because on the back here it shows it as sugars, which freak people out. You're scared of sugar, but you need it. It's super crucial. Like, it's going to make a huge difference in your training, how you recover. You're not going to feel like you got hit by a truck the next day, that kind of thing. And then again, usually about an hour and a half after you have this, again, you want a good meal. Most people, you work out later, you have your dinner. And again, with that more complex carbs, having like your rice, your baked potato, and then of course having like your chicken. Just your basic stuff like you see on that list is the big thing. But I can't harp on enough, like post-workout recovery stuff, digestion very quickly, getting in something.
So we should, like when you have
yes.
ignition and the protein after.
Yes.
Do it before.
You can do it before as well.
You're saying I should probably do that before?
Yes. So with that, I usually recommend, so whatever dose you do post, I usually do about a half dose before. Basically, because that's going to give you quick little digesting protein and a little bit of carbs to fuel your workout. You're going to be able to work out harder, work out longer, because your body has nutrients to eat off of, and it's not destroying itself as much. So that's something that'll help a ton pre, but the biggest place is post, most definitely.
So we're just giving kind of like an overview of what we kind of went through today and kind of what we learned and how we can put it all together to make the best body for ourselves. First and foremost, we figured out how much are we actually burning. This number is huge, We got to find somewhere to start, and that's it right there. As we plug that number into, so for instance, what's your guys' goal? If you're trying to lean down, on our MyFitnessPal, we're literally going to plug in the calories that we burn here minus a couple hundred there. You know, that's what you're going to be shooting for. And then with that, that's going to give you all the figures that we need to be shooting for every single day between all of the different nutrients. And so every time that we eat, we just log in there